Hey, it's Glitch here, and this will be a video chart on GETA, Genta Incorporated. Been making some very nice moves here the past few days and wanted to get this a video of it made. Been getting quite a few requests on it. On Friday it was a little shaky. I know some people were starting to get worried as we had this candle here. But after today's action, I think those people are no longer too worried. So I just want to go over the chart, go over some supports, resistance levels, and give you an idea of what to look for from a technical analysis perspective. So, um, so let's dig in here and figure out where these supports and resistance levels are. From a support level, uh, what we have to do is go back here a little further and to point out kind of why um, Friday's day was actually good in some senses was for this reason here. As you can see back here we had a high of 65 and then this high was at 66. So this was an area where there had been some previous price congestion, and what we saw here on Friday, was the low of this day was at 65 cents. So the price dropped right back down here to this support level, and then lo and behold we had this previous area where there was some support there. So um, that was a good sign to see. Now, sure, if you had bought up here, you may have been stopped out or you may have had a small heart attack during this period. But from a daily chart perspective, at the end of the day, the price had bounced up there and closed nicely, and then even continued on through today. So we'll take a look at that in a second on a lower time frame. But that's just a good example of how if you use previous support levels, you can kind of see how a chart's doing overall. And then the other high was right here, and this was kind of your other clue that this was still a pretty strong day. Was we had this previous high up here at 75 cents, and the close on Friday was 77. So not only did it bounce off this support, it even closed above this support still, which was good to see. And with that being said, these remain the two key support levels that you want to see hold on any sort of pullbacks. They did a good job of holding on Friday's pullback, and today it dropped down to 75 cents, and that was it, and then had a good rest of the day. So these are going to be your two support levels that you want to watch, and you want to see if they hold strong or not. Now, from a resistance standpoint, actually what I'm going to do is shrink this up even more, make sure I'm not missing anything, is we have, well, actually this is another support level here. You can see we had a high here of 85 and a half, high here of 87 and a half. So this area right here is another, it was a previous resistance that was broken, then fell, and now it's broken again. So this is, I missed that one, but this is our third support level that we have. So as you can see, with the big move that the stock has had, it's created some pretty nice support levels for it. So we have this one down here, we have another one up here, and then we have this. The one down here is, I want to make thicker, and I'm going to call it kind of the must hold, meaning that if this move is truly strong, and if this is a true strong move, then this level should have no problem holding. And it's already been tested once, and it passed that test as it bounced the price back up. So that was a good indication that this move was strong, and that will pertain, going forward. If the price does drop down here again, this level should have no problem holding, assuming this is a real, genuine move and not just a head fake or anything like that. In terms of resistance, pretty much what we're looking at is the dollar mark, and I'm getting the dollar from, if you go back here, you can see there was some congestion up around the dollar area. So that is pretty much where the next resistance level is at. And besides that, dollar is always a psychological resistance anyways, just because you're going from pennies to a dollar. So after that, I'm sure I'll be back to update the chart. But for the time being, just know that a dollar is the current resistance area. Now to break things down and see what kind of the bounce looked like, we'll use a 10-minute chart. As you can see, the price moved up, it dropped down, and then made a nice recovery here and has proceeded on upwards. So during this portion, it looked like it happened right during the morning. Had some panic, a nice bounce here, so I'm sure there were some day traders and so forth that were gobbling up this move down, played this bounce, And then from there on out, it did pull back a little bit, but the key point on this pullback was here was the low, but then this low was up here, so it never even came close to testing that low again, and from there bounced back up. So it looks like that dip that did happen was only a momentary thing, and then the rest of that day was just spent consolidating before today's move upwards. So overall, healthy action within the chart, and it's good to see with the way it's acting so far. So we'll watch it the rest of this week, but as long as these support levels hold, especially this one, then you know that you're in business and the chart's going to remain looking good. On another note, I'd encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the newsletter, you'll get a free ebook, and with that, you'll be subscribed and get free chart setups, trade ideas, investment ideas, all sorts of things from small caps up to big boards. It's all free, no strings attached. We've been making some good money together for our subscribers and so forth, so it's been a real good success. So I'd encourage you to check that out. There's nothing to lose, as it is all free. So if you have any other questions on the chart, please send me a message, but if not, thanks for listening.